Good morning, friends. I hope you're doing well this morning. I decided today we are going to keep going with our animal studies. We're going to read What If You Had Animal Eyes? And we may have read it in class already, but to be honest, there's a lot of these, and I don't remember which ones we've read, so we might be rereading some of them. Keep thinking about what cool adaptations that animals have that you would think would come in handy for your life. This book is written by Sandra Markle and illustrated by Howard McWilliam. What if you had animal eyes? What if one day when you woke up, the eyes on your face weren't yours? What if overnight a wild animal eyes took their place? Chameleons. A chameleon's eyes stick out like twin telescopes. These cone-shaped bumps are actually fused together eyelids that are open just enough to peek through. This limits the chameleon's view, but these eyes can do something tricky. Each eye moves separately. That way, the chameleon can look for prey, such as crickets, in two directions at once. Fact: when a chameleon spots a prey, it focuses both eyes on it. That way, it doesn't miss catching a meal. If you had chameleon eyes, you could look around the toy store fast to find exactly what you want. Golden eagle. A golden eagle has laser sharp vision. The bird can see up to 8 times better than most people. It can also spot its prey up to 2 miles away. In a flash, the golden eagle can shift its eyes from focusing on something far away to focusing on something close up. This is perfect for keeping an eagle eye on and catching fast hopping prey. Fact: a golden eagle's eyes have a third eyelid that sweeps across the eye like windshield wipers, keeping them clean. If you had golden eagle eyes, you could sit up high in the stadium and still see the football game. A dragonfly. A dragonfly's eyes are huge. They have to be because each dragonfly eye has up to 310,000 tiny lenses. A human eye only has one. That's a lot. Scientists aren't sure how a dragonfly's brain creates images from all those lenses, but they do believe having so many lenses lets the dragonfly spot movement fast. That's how the dragonfly can see a flying mosquito in time to catch it. Fact: a dragonfly has 3 small extra eyes that help guide its flight path by sensing bright light and shadows. If you had dragonfly eyes, you would be a star reporter because you'd never miss any of the action. Clouded leopard. A clouded leopard's eyes have a special mirror-like layer at the back of their eyes. This layer reflects light back through the retina, the part of the eye packed with light-sensing cells. This helps the clouded leopard see well in the dim light at nighttime. That mirror-like layer is also what makes the clouded leopard's eyes seem to glow. Fact: the clouded leopard has slit-shaped pupils, openings where light enters the eye. These can expand about 100 times to let more light in. A human's round pupils only expand about 10 times. If you had clouded leopard eyes, you'd never be surprised in a dark, haunted house. A bullfrog. A bullfrog's eyes are on the top of its head, so the frog can hide underwater and still watch out for its enemies. Its eyes are also wide apart. That's why a bullfrog can see nearly all the way around itself without turning its head. But these eyes help a bullfrog do more than just see. When a bullfrog swallows, it closes its big eyes. Its eyes sink down through the openings in its skull and help push meals down its throat. What? Did you guys know that? What do you think would happen if our eyeballs did that? Do you think it'd help you eat? Fact: a bullfrog's eyes have a bullfrog eyes each have a third see-through eyelid. When a bullfrog dives underwater, these eyelids slide over its eyes, the perfect built-in swimming goggles. That's pretty neat. I could use that. I love to swim. If you had bullfrog eyes, a blink would let you swallow a big bite. Four-eyed fish. A four-eyed fish really has only two eyes, but each eye has two different parts. Each of these four eye parts has its own pupil. This fish keeps half of each eye underwater and half looking for insects and smaller fish to eat above water. It keeps the other half of each eye above the water, watching for birds and other predators that are after the fish for dinner. Fact: four-eyed fish usually travel in groups called schools, so there are always lots of eyes watching in every direction. If you had four-eyed fish, you could read while riding your bike and never take your eyes off the road. Well, that'd be super handy. You could do a lot of things that way, huh? Yellow mongoose. A yellow mongoose's eyes have rectangular pupils. These give it a very wide view of its world. That means the mongoose can easily spot insects and lizards to catch and eat. It also keeps watch for hunters such as jackals sneaking up from the far left or right. When there is danger, its special eyes also help it spot escape routes. The yellow mongoose is mainly active during the daytime when it can see best. Fact: to see farther and peek over bushes, the yellow mongoose stands up tall on its hind feet. If you had yellow mongoose eyes, you'd always win at laser tag. Probably because they have better peripheral vision. They can see more of the things that are to the side without even turning their heads. A colossal squid. A colossal squid has the biggest eye in the world. Each eye is as big as a soccer ball. Could you imagine that, having eyes as big as a soccer ball? At the back of each eye is a part that produces its own light. It's like having a built-in flashlight that are always on and glowing brightly. This makes it easy for the colossal squid to find fish to eat, even though it lives deep down in the ocean where it's always dark. Fact: scientists can't take photos of living colossal squid because they live so deep underwater. Our closest peek is seeing their cousins, the giant squid, but their eyes can't produce light. If you had colossal squid eyes, you could go on nighttime hikes without a flashlight. So this is a real picture of a colossal squid's cousin, giant squid. Llamas. A llama has black bubble-like crystals that form a fringe at the top and bottom of its pupils, where light enters the eyes in bright sunlight. These crystals turn into bands that stretch across the pupils. These bands block out so much light from entering the llama's eyes that it's like having built-in super dark sunglasses. A llama's thick bushy eyelashes also make great sunshades. Fact: a llama's extra long eyelashes let it feel when it is getting close to something so it doesn't get poked in the eye. If you had llama eyes, you wouldn't be blinded by the bright spotlights during your big solo. I like that idea of having built-in shades. I know I have friends that always lose their sunglasses, so I'm sure that they would have to have llama eyes. Then they never have to have sunglasses again. Desert horned viper. A desert horned viper's eyes have clear eyelids that do not open or close. That means this snake can't blink to clean its eyes, but it doesn't need to. Its eyelids work like safety goggles. Because it lives in a hot desert, the viper usually waits until it's cooler at night to go hunting. Then the snake's slit-shaped pupils open wide so it can find a mouse or a lizard for dinner. Fact: each time a desert horned viper sheds its scaly skin for a new one, it gets new, clear eyelids too. If you had horned viper eyes, you wouldn't need safety goggles to do science experiments. A trazier. A trazier's eyes are a huge part of its little body. Its giant eyes and large pupils are perfect for hunting tiny insects during dark nights. A trazier can't move its eyes because of how its skull bones are supporting them. Luckily, it can turn its head far enough around to look over its shoulder and see what's behind it. That way, it can keep an eye out for predators such as wildcats and large snakes. Fact: each of the Trasier's giant eyes weighs more than its brain. If you had Trasier eyes, you could easily watch for base stealers in time to throw them out. Wild animal eyes could be fun for a while, but you don't need your eyes to light the way or to look in two different directions at once. And you never use your eyes to spot something 2 miles away or to help you swallow your dinner. So if you could keep wild animal eyes for more than a day, which kind would be right for you? Which kind of eye would you like? Luckily, you don't have to choose. Your eyes will always be people eyes. They'll be what you need to read books, check out the stars at night, and see the people you love all the time. I forgot to show you guys this page up close. The end. So that was super fun. Lots of cool things that animal eyes do that our eyes don't. Think about what kind of eye you would like to have and for what reason would you want that eye. Go ahead and tell someone in your house. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.